welcome. We're happy to have you aboard, and we appreciate your attention as we get this safety video off and rolling.
FAA regulations require you to follow the instructions of our crew members and comply with all posted and lighted signs. Please review the safety card located at your seat.
It's important to have your seatbelt on at all times. To fasten your seatbelt, slide the metal end into the buckle. Tighten by pulling the loose end of the strap. Lift the buckle to release. When the seatbelt sign is on, your seatbelt must be fastened low and tight across your lap. In case of unexpected turbulence, keep
San
your seatbelt
Francisco
fastened
traffic,
even when
Sun
the
Country
seatbelt sign
1454 is clear at all runways. San Francisco traffic, Sun Country 1454, crossing runway 28 left.
Then secure the shoulder strap by placing the metal fitting over the lock and pulling on the strap until it clicks. The shoulder strap must be secure for taxi, takeoff, and landing. To release, push down on the metal fitting and lift.
Please take a moment to look around in order to familiarize yourself with the aircraft. This Boeing 777 has 8 exit doors, 4 on each side of the aircraft. If the doors are
San Francisco traffic, Sun Country 1454 is clear at all runways.
Landing, slide rafts detach from the aircraft and are used as life rafts. All 8 exits are marked with overhead signs. As you locate the 2 exits nearest your seat, remember, they may be behind you.
If you are seated in an exit row, you may be asked to assist the crew during an evacuation. If you are unable or uncomfortable performing exit row functions and assisting in an emergency, please ask a flight attendant to be moved. If you must evacuate the aircraft, exit path lights on or near the floor will illuminate an exit sign to indicate that you have reached an exit. For everyone's safety, leave all carry-on bags behind. The exit doors on this aircraft.
If necessary, oxygen masks will drop from a compartment above your seat and ceiling compartments in the lavatories. If a strap appears and you cannot reach the mask, pull down on the strap to access your mask. Firmly pull the mask to extend the plastic tubing and start the flow of oxygen. Place the mask over your nose and mouth, slip the elastic band over your head, and tighten the straps. The bag may not inflate while oxygen is flowing. Make sure your mask is secure before helping others.
Should you need it, you will find a life vest equipped with the water-activated light in a pouch under, between, or next to your seat. When directed, pull the tab to remove the pouch. If present, remove the strap from around the pouch. Tear open the pouch, remove and unfold the vest. Slip it over your head, wrap the belt around your waist, and secure it to the buckle.
Flight spoilers extended, spoilers retracted. Flaps 2.
This aircraft is also equipped with infant life vests, which will be distributed if necessary.
Smoking, vaping, using e-cigarettes, or smokeless tobacco are not allowed on this aircraft. FAA regulations prohibit tampering with, disabling, or destroying lavatory smoke detectors. U.S. law also requires passengers to comply with lighted signs.
San Francisco traffic, Mike India Lima Echo Sierra, taxiing to runway 28 left.
Make sure you've switched all smartphones, tablets, and e-readers to airplane mode. For taxi, takeoff, and landing, large electronic devices must be turned off and stowed. For international destinations, your flight attendants will advise you if it's necessary to turn off and stow all devices. We'll be taking off soon. Please review the safety card located near your seat. Stow your tray table, food and beverages, carry-on items, headrest, and footrest. Make sure your seat back is upright and your seatbelt is securely fastened. Please place your personal item under the seat in front of you. If you lose your phone or other device under a seat, ask a flight attendant to help find it. Please do not move this seat, as this can damage the device and its battery.
We know that who you choose to travel with matters as much as where you're going. So thank you for choosing to fly with United.
San Francisco traffic. Mike India Lima Echo Sierra. Crossing runway 1 left. San Francisco traffic. Mike India San Francisco traffic. Mike India Lima Echo Sierra. Crossing runway 1 right. San Francisco traffic. Mike India Lima Echo Sierra is clear of all runways. San Francisco traffic. Mike India Lima Echo Sierra is taking off runway 28 left, departing north.
Flight attendants, prepare for takeoff.
Knots. V1. Rotate. Positive rate. Gear up.
1. Alaska 250, hold short at runway 16 left.
Gear
Hold
down.
short runway 16 left, Alaska 250.
Seattle Tower, Air Canada 69, inbound on the ILS runway 16 right.
Sabre line 100 heavy, frequency change approved, good day.
Frequency change approved. Sabre line 100 heavy. Good day.
Alaska 1018, hold short at runway 16 left. Hold in short runway 16 left, Alaska 1018. Seattle Tower, UPS 2304 Alpha, ready to departure in sequence at runway 16 center, departing north. United 222 heavy, cross runway 16 center, crossing runway 16 center, United 222 heavy. Delta 3750, exit runway when able and contact ground, please expedite. Wilco, Delta 3750. Jazz 114, exit runway when able, hold short runway 16 center, Wilco, Jazz 114, UPS 2304 Alpha, hold short at runway 16 center, Air Canada 69, number 2, runway 16 right, cleared to land. Hold in short runway 16 center, UPS 2304 Alpha, Alaska 250, continue taxi.
Number 2, cleared to land, runway 16 right, Air Canada 69.
Continue taxi, Alaska 250, Alaska 250, cross runway 16 left, please expedite. Boeing 456, cross runway 16 left, please expedite. Crossing runway 16 left, Alaska 250,
1000.
crossing runway 16 left, Boeing 456, Boeing 123, request permission to cross runway 16 center. Boeing 123, cross runway 16 center, please expedite. United 222 heavy, request permission to cross runway 16 left. Crossing runway 16 center, Boeing 123, United 222 heavy, hold short at runway 16 left. Holding short runway 16 left, United 222 heavy, Alaska 250, contact Seattle ground on 121.7, contacting Seattle ground on 121.7, Alaska
500.
250, United 67 Bravo Romeo, request permission to cross runway 16 center. United 67 Bravo
400.
Romeo, hold short at runway 16 center.
Approaching
Holding short
minimums.
runway 16 center, United 67 Bravo Romeo, Boeing 123,
400.
request permission to cross runway 16 left. Boeing
Minimums,
123,
minimums.
hold short at runway 16 left. Seattle Tower, Delta 1941,
3200.
ILS runway 16 left with information Juliet.
100.
Holding short runway 16 left. Boeing 123, Delta
50,
1941,
40,
number 1,
30,
runway 16
20,
left, cleared to land.
10,
Number 1, cleared to
retard,
land, runway
retard.
16 left, Delta 1941. Sky West 34.
Landing spoilers extended.
Contact ground, please expedite. Wilco, Sky West 3424.
Seattle Tower, Air Canada
Spoilers
289.
retracted.
Inbound,
Mike India Lima Echo Sierra.
Wilco, Mike India Lima Echo Sierra.
Please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the aircraft has come to a complete stop and the
United
seatbelt sign has
222
been
heavy,
switched off.
cross
Before
runway
leaving the
16
aircraft,
left, please
ensure that you have all
expedite.
your personal
Boeing
belongings with
123,
you.
contact Seattle ground on 121.7, crossing runway 16 left, United 222 heavy, contacting Seattle ground on 121.7, Boeing 123, Emirates 22 Alpha Romeo, line up and wait runway 16 center.
Line up and wait runway 16 center, Emirates 22 Alpha Romeo.
November 749 Juliet Alpha, exit
Flaps
runway
up.
when able, hold short runway 16 left. Wilco, November 749 Juliet Alpha, Air Canada 289, number 2, runway 16 right, cleared to land.
Number 2, cleared to land. Runway 16 right, Air Canada 289.
Jazz 114, cross runway 16 center, please expedite. Crossing runway 16 center, Jazz 114, Emirates 3967, cross runway 16 left, please expedite. Crossing runway 16 left, Emirates 3967. Mike India Lima Echo Sierra.
Crossing runway 16 center, Mike India Lima Echo Sierra.
Jazz 114, cross runway 16 left, please expedite. Crossing runway 16 left, Jazz 114, November 749 Juliet Alpha, cross runway 16 left, please expedite. Crossing runway 16 left, November 749 Juliet Alpha, Mike India Lima Echo Sierra.
Crossing runway 16 left, Mike India Lima Echo Sierra.
Air Canada 69, exit runway when able, hold short runway 16 center. Jazz 114, contact Seattle ground on 121.7.
Wilco.
Mike India Lima Echo Sierra.
Contacting Seattle. Thank you. Good day. Mike India Lima Echo Sierra.
Emirates 22 Alpha Romeo, wind 340 at 6, runway 16 center, cleared for immediate takeoff. Contacting Seattle ground on 121.7, November 749 Juliet out. Emirates 3967, line up and wait runway 16 right. Emirates 3967, line up and wait runway 16 center. Jazz 114, give way to aircraft.
Seattle ground. Mike India Lima Echo Sierra. Request taxi to gate A12A at the Terminal A.
Mike India Lima Echo Sierra, taxi to parking, at your discretion. Taxiing to runway 16 center, Jazz 8801. November 749 Juliet Alpha, taxi to parking.
Taxiing to parking. Mike India Lima Echo Sierra.
Taxiing to parking, November 749 Juliet Alpha. Jazz 8801, expect progressive taxi instructions. Roger, Jazz 8801, November 897 Romeo Papa, follow aircraft ahead. Wilco, November 897 Romeo Papa. Jazz 8801, turn right next taxiway. Right on the next taxiway, Jazz 8801. Seattle ground, Alaska 233, ready to taxi to runway 16 center.
Delta 429. Request permission to cross runway 16 left.
Alaska 233, taxi to runway 16 center, contact tower when ready. Taxiing to runway 16 center, Alaska 233, Delta 429, contact Seattle tower on 119.9.
Contacting Seattle tower on 119.9. Delta 429.
Seattle ground, Alaska 4114, ready to taxi to runway 16 center with information kilo.
Alaska 4114, taxi to runway 16 center, contact tower when ready.
Taxiing to runway 16 center, Alaska 4114.
Jazz 8801, turn left next taxiway. Left on the next taxiway, Jazz 8801, Seattle ground, Alaska 2234, ready to taxi to runway 16 center with information kilo.
Seattle ground. Delta 13. Ready for pushback with information kilo.
November 749 Juliet Alpha, give way to aircraft exiting runway 16 left. Seattle ground, Delta 1941, request taxi to parking. Delta 1941, turn left next taxiway. Give way to aircraft exiting runway 16 left. November 749 Juliet Alpha, Alaska 233, continue straight ahead. Left on the next taxiway, Delta 1941, continuing ahead, Alaska 233, Alaska 2234, taxi to runway 16 center, contact tower when ready.
Seattle ground, Air Canada 69, request taxi to parking.
Taxiing to runway 16 center, Alaska 2234, Alaska 2234, turn left next taxiway, Air Canada 69, taxi to parking, at your discretion. Left on the next taxiway, Alaska 2234.
Taxiing to parking, Air Canada 69.
Jazz 8801, follow aircraft ahead. Wilco, Jazz 8801, Alaska 375, request permission to cross runway 16 left. Delta 1941, taxi to parking, at your discretion. Taxiing to parking, Delta 1941, I'm sorry, Alaska 375. United 950, turn left next taxiway. Left on the next taxiway, United 950, Southwest 2114, give way to aircraft on your right.
Give way to aircraft. Southwest 2114.
Alaska 4114, follow aircraft ahead. Seattle ground, Southwest 787 Victor Alpha, ready to push back with information kilo.
Wilco, Alaska 4114.
Southwest 787 Victor Alpha, push back approved, expect runway 16 center, push back approved, Southwest 787 Victor Alpha, Delta 13, hold position.
Holding position. Delta 13.
Alaska 375, contact Seattle Tower on 119.9. Delta 13, push back approved, expect runway 16 center.
Pushback approved. Delta 13.
Seattle ground, Charlie Golf Tango Juliet Sierra, ready to push back with information kilo, requesting runway 16 center, Southwest 2114, hold position.
Holding position, Southwest 2114.
Charlie Golf Tango Juliet Sierra, pushback approved, expect runway 16 center.
Seattle ground, Air Canada 780, ready for pushback with information kilo.
Pushback approved, Charlie Golf Tango Juliet Sierra, Southwest 2114, please follow instructions.
Stand by, Southwest 2114.
Air Canada 780, pushback approved, expect runway 16 center.
Thank you. Good day. Mike India Lima Echo Sierra.